Yoshi! Hello everybody, my name is Sniping is Fun, and I welcome you all back to the next Newcomer idea in a series of Newcomer ideas talking about various character ideas for the upcoming Smash Bros. Game, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And as mentioned in the last video when I talked about Dmitry Alexander Bladud from Fire Emblem Three Houses, that character number 79 is going to be talking about a variation of Yoshi, Yarn Yoshi, as a potential Newcomer idea for the upcoming Smash Bros. Game. And as always, 3 separate categories. Why does the character make sense? Percentage chance they can see him actually getting in. And which is the last one, and moose ideas. Why? Why would, if we got a secondary character from Yoshi, why would they just do a different variation on him? Oh, first and foremost, we have different variations on Mario and different variations on Link, so it's not like it hasn't happened in the series before, even though it's kind of stupid in some cases, especially because they're all the same. But yeah, let's just get on with Yoshi here. Like, why represent the Yarn Yoshi series? Why represent this? First and foremost, and instead of saying another character, first and foremost, it might be the easiest choice. He can be Echo-ish. Now that we have clones called Echoes and people are high and mighty about clones nowadays, unlike in the past, we can have a character that's kind of Echo-ish. So that'd be kind of cool. So it'd be the simple choice to give Yoshi a secondary rep without having to be like, oh, let's make an original character like Kamek, which would be the best choice, but at the same time, there's not really much going for Kamek either, or any other character pretty much from Yoshi. But yeah, let's go with that. It represents a new series. Like I said, it's basically, the first one, it's basically the easiest choice to go for. The second one, it represents a new series for Yoshi, a new spin-off that started back on the Wii U. There's a new game coming out on the Switch, which we don't know anything about yet, and might be at tomorrow or today, whatever, the next Nintendo Direct coming up very shortly, because now it is Thursday, so later on today they might be showing more on that, and we might get a name for that. And he'd be different from regular Yoshi enough to be not an Echo, or I mean, not a total Echo, but not a total, original character, kind of in the middle ground. Like, he could be different. It's not like we're gonna get a second Yoshi that's gonna be like Toon Link and Young Link to normal Link and whatnot, or Dr. Mario to Mario, where only small differences. You can actually give him a fair difference without making him too different, but also without making him too different too. So yeah, that's about it. And it's like, it's become a popular series. People loved Yoshi's Woolly World on the Wii U. And the new game is getting so much hype. Like, people are looking forward to the new Switch game. It is a nice spin-off to Yoshi's story and Yoshi's journey or venture story. Yoshi's Island. I mean, Yoshi's story, and then Yoshi's Cookie and whatnot. And there's a series to it, and people love the yarn thing, just like how they did the yarn thing for wool, but yarn, wool, whatever. Like what they did with Kirby, they're doing now with Yoshi, and it's become a beloved spin-off to the Yoshi franchise. It's become beloved. He's popular. It's a different variation. It's simple and easy. It could be an Echo. It represents this new series, so it represents something different. The Switch is getting a sequel, or this new game coming out, and he could be different. It's not the easiest reasons. It doesn't make it the best reasons for him to be included, but it's something to go off of. And now moose ideas. I'm thinking, it took me a while because I actually never played Yoshi's Woolly World, so I did a little bit of research through trailers and whatnot, and I probably could have done more. I kind of did it quickly for like a half hour at most to kind of think about some stuff over about 20 minutes more so. But I came up with a moveset that has similarities to Yoshi, the regular Yoshi character in Smash Bros., but is different enough with some yarn stuff, wool stuff, that makes it at least different enough, even if it has to be an Echo. So basically, the attacks like that Yoshi does for Smash attacks are going to be kind of similar to the regular Yoshi. It's heavy on kicks, a lot of kick attacks and head smashes and running into opponents. But I'm also going to throw in some yarn stuff, so he can whip out like maybe some yarn from like his arm or his head or something, to like and hit opponents. And that could be probably his grab, so he can grab opponents with yarn. And that's basically the major difference I'm doing for his Smash attacks. It's not that different. So I kind of based the moveset more so off it being a variation of an Echo, but not a full-on Echo. At least in terms of Smash attacks. But I'm throwing in some yarn stuff. Like, it's going to be, he's like heavy on his feet, and he's heavy on bashing you with his head and running into opponents like, Aah! But like yarn. I'm going to say like the wool, the yarn, like unwrapping it probably from his hands and just being like, kind of thing, and grabbing you. That could probably be his grab. For specials, I'm going to give him also his helicopter feet hover, which is basically like Yoshi. Yoshi does his feet like, and it's like the extra jump, but in Woolly world, his feet turn into a little helicopter like fan thing, so it's like, so it's basically the same thing, just visually different. And then I want to focus on the shooting egg feature because I'm surprised they didn't really do that with Yoshi itself. At least in Smash 4, I didn't really pay attention in Smash Bros. Ultimate if they changed his moveset up at all. I mean, you could shoot eggs, but I'm trying to pull some stuff also from Yoshi's Island as well, like Baby Mario type stuff too. So I threw a little bit of that in here too because that game does feel a whole lot like just a wool yarn version of Yoshi's Island without the Baby Mario crying. So I want to focus on shooting the eggs. He throws the eggs, but he doesn't really shoot them like kind of throwing them. Like I want to be able to you hold it and it's like how in the games where you have that arrow like that, so you can throw it any direction you hold the button. If you just press it, you just throw them, kind of like how regular Yoshi does it. But if you hold it, you charge the direction. And you can hold up to about 3 to 5 eggs. You can't really do that in the base one. You can turn people into eggs, but you can't really hold on to eggs behind you. And I would say you'd be able to pick up items. So you'd be able to suck in items and turn them into eggs, or suck in parts of the stage, like maybe a stage hazard, or some sort of this item just to sit on there. I'm going to grab this bush. I'm going to grab this block. I'm going to grab, you can pull stuff off the stage with the tongue and turn into eggs, and you can throw it. I want to use Poochie in some way, his little dog thing in that game. So just like how I mentioned with Maya for Phoenix Wright, or there's another character I mentioned that had a summon you could send forward. I'm going to have to look at it, but let's just talk about Phoenix Wright here. And Phoenix Wright basically mentioned about how Maya could come forward and block you with a shield of psychic energy, or go forward and smack an opponent or attack him. Oh, the reporter from Wrestler and reporter from Rhythm Heaven. There you go. You can send Poochie forward, and the Poochie will grab opponents and bring them into you. So it's like a way of catching opponents off guard, bringing them into you, so you can do and just it can be a way to combo opponents and catch them. So you send Poochie forward, so it doesn't attack, but it's like an extended grab. If he can catch you, it'll drag you into Yoshi. And then you can also kind of form platforms in Yoshi's Woolly World, as far as I've seen. So just like I mentioned with the Excite Biker making real platforms and stuff, and Captain Toad creating platforms and stuff, so you can elevate them up and everything. You create little Yoshi platforms, and you can make it as a way to block your opponents as a shield, or extra platforms for you to jump around the stage and stuff. So it's like a way of evasion. So there you go with that. And then in terms of the Final Smash, I wanted to represent this because it was kind of a feature in the 3DS version of Yoshi's Island and whatnot, Yoshi's New Island and stuff. And I do recall Yoshi doing stuff with this before, like a big giant egg made out of yarn. He will summon a large yarn egg to the stage. As it's forming, it will grab opponents, put them into the egg, and the egg's like, poof! And then the egg just kind of pops open, and they get sent flying off the stage. Yarn egg surprise! There you go. So it's like he's cooking the yarn egg with the opponents in it, and they get blown off the stage when it pops. So there you go. Now, percentage chance I can see him actually getting in. Really? At this point, I really don't want another Yoshi character. I mean, or at least I don't really think anyone really stands out as potentially possible. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, Kamek! I don't really know if Kamek really should be in or not. Kamek sounds like a good choice, and they're kind of putting a lot of villains in now, so that fit the bill, but I know Kamek is important to the series, but I'm just trying to think of a full-blown moveset for him, which there's a lot. You could do flying on the broom and making giant monsters as a Final Smash and type stuff, like in Yoshi's Island and whatnot, when you're Baby Mario fighting all these giant enemies of actual smaller ones. And I think that'd be the base choice to go for, but at the same time, I don't really see any other choice. And even then, I'm not super supportive of Yarn Yoshi because it's a lazy choice. It really is a lazy choice just to make a different version of Yoshi. But they've done it with Link. They've done it with Mario and whatnot. So it's not like they haven't done it before, but it's and it'd be a nice echo and just throw some yarn and wool type stuff in there, and it represents the newer games. But at the same time, it's no one really feels like a good choice to include. People say Boshi, people say Kamek and whatnot, but no characters really stand out in Yoshi. With the likes of Xenoblade, Fire Emblem, Kirby, Donkey Kong, Mario, Legend of Zelda, franchises that aren't even in there yet, like Advance Wars, Golden Sun, Sin and Punishment, Elite Beat Agents, Custom Robo. All these franchises have loads of characters, interesting characters to include. Yoshi's kind of like the one-off thing where it's in Wario Land and WarioWare and all the retro characters I just mentioned. I just thought about those. All these other Nintendo franchises and even third-party franchises have numerous characters that would be interesting to add. Yoshi doesn't really have that because Boshi could just be an alternate costume, and Kamek is a hit or miss character that I think has a possibility, but it's not like a major character I'd like to see in Smash Bros. Anytime soon. Sorry to say. But yes, I'm giving Yarn Yoshi a 30% chance because I feel it's one of the better choices, but at the same time, Yoshi doesn't really seem like a franchise that has too many other characters really to add. Sorry to say. It might be the best option, but it's a lazy option. And it's not likely something that would be that original that Sakurai would probably want to do, so yeah. 30%. And that's it for this video. What do you guys think? Do you guys think is there any other character from Yoshi you really want to see in Smash Bros? Do you think deserves it? Because I think that it's one of the few franchises that doesn't really seem like it really needs anyone else or really has too many other options. Like Kirby does, Xenoblade does, Fire Emblem does, Wario Land, WarioWare, Mario and Zelda, like classic franchises like Excitebike and Star Tropics and Pro Wrestling and whatnot. They have numerous characters to add. Retro-wise, new-wise, third-party Nintendo. I don't see it from there, but you probably do. I mean, I'm just saying, like, for me personally, I don't really see it. And I'm just saying, like, does the moveset idea sound good? Should it be more diverse, more echo-ish? Final Smash is 30% too high, too low? I really don't know. It's just like a character I wanted to talk about, but then I started thinking about it for a moveset, and I couldn't really find too many things different. And this was a video I just kind of put together just to kind of get the character out there, and I'm just like, I wasn't really into even talking really about Yarn Yoshi. I mean, it'd be a cool addition. The games look like fun, but it's like you can make them diverse enough, but I'm not even into this idea. And I've been into like every other character I've talked about. Like every character I've talked about to this point, besides maybe a few inclusions, I've been about, even if I had to give them a lower percent chance because I don't really see them. Yarn Yoshi's like one of the first ones, one of the major ones that I just kind of was meh, even wanting to do a video on really. As much as the games do look fun, and I am looking forward to the Switch one. Put in the comments below and discuss it. We have fun. I don't know. And that's it for character number 79. Character number 80 is coming. I'm finally getting to the 80th character. And as I mentioned in the Dimitri video last time, I was going to do Claude soon. Guess what? Character 80 is going to be Claude from Fire Emblem Three Houses. I'm just going to swipe and get these characters out of the way. I had to make a small change because the character I had originally at 80, I'm going to push back or possibly take off the list. So I just want to get Claude out of the way, and character number 80 is going to be Claude, the 4th character from Fire Emblem Three Houses. See you all later.